channel. If you're new here, I'm Ari, and today I'm here with bhaaloo, and today is going to be all about him. He is actually going to be sharing with you his top 10 must-have items, favorites. A couple in there are probably must-haves for me when living with bhaaloo, but you know, in general, it's going to be his top 10 favorites. I'm going to stay away from all the cleaning items just because that's coming up in a future video about the whole cleaning situation with living with a Newfie. But yeah, so he's going to take you around. Hola, bienvenidos otra vez a mi canal. Bueno, hoy estoy aquí con bhaaloo porque hoy va a ser todo acerca de él y los productos que no pueden faltar en su vida perfecta de bhaaloo. Básicamente sus 10 must-haves o 10 productos favoritos, ya sea de todo entre juguetes, comida, todo así. No voy a hablar mucho de limpieza porque eso se los tengo prometido para un video siguiente, ya que la limpieza es todo otro tema, pero bueno, vamos a empezar y, ok, él les va a enseñar. Okay, number one, his gear. Sorry, he's a little bit excited because he saw it. So we actually have for him a harness. So this is the Kong harness that comes, it has a handle up here and hooks up here, and it's pretty sturdy. I mean, it's a pretty tough, I guess, harness you could say. This size is the extra large, and he's had this for what, maybe like 3 years or so, since he got pretty much full grown, and we've just adapted him to the size. Also, part of this are his leashes. So we have 2 leashes. This is the one we take when we go out to maybe like a park, or we actually go onto the street where there's more cars and things like that. This is shorter, stronger. I don't think you can actually break this. So this is the one we have. And then we have a retractable, also from Kong leash. Ooh, this is further. This one we use it more to walk here around our neighborhood. We just let him roam with the longer leash. Maybe if we take him to a trail or something, let him walk on his own a little bit more. And this is actually supposed to be also like the heavy duty. So this is supposed to take on quite a lot of weight. And this we've had also maybe for 3 years. So it's been pretty good. And he does tend to pull when he sees something he likes. So, you know, they've survived. So first must have is his gear. Second, brushes. So with a Newfie, a Newfie needs a lot of grooming, so a good brush or 2 good brushes is always a must, and he actually loves it. So we use 2. This is, I don't know what it's called, but this is basically, we actually have 3, but I don't know where that one is. We have a Furminator that we haven't used in a while because he usually gets that when he gets groomed. This is shedding brush-ish, if not, I'll correct it. And this is the actual brush. This is a metal one. This I highly, highly recommend. It really detangles. It removes kind of mats and things like that. And also, we have to brush him a lot because he gets a lot of grass and just things stuck in his fur. In his fur whenever we take him out. So he actually loves. Bhaaloo fact, I don't know if you know this, but he actually has like a bit of a mohawk unicorn thing going on. His hair here grows together, so he gets this little spike, or I don't know, mohawk, unicorn, I don't know. And then now that his groomer is closed, this is out of control. But no problem, he got you, right? Okay, next up. Okay, well, while he decides to join us, toys. Bhaaloo is very particular about his toys. I think top favorite is his Hedgehog. This is his second Hedgehog, I think he's had. Here's the first one. We haven't even thrown it away. But this guy needed, you can see he needed a pretty bad nose job by me. But definitely top favorite toy, I think it's this one. Second, this guy, they sell it at H-E-B or grocery store in the summer.
Making my way back home, been a long day, time to see my fluffy dog.
He loves it, but of course, it's like a summer. So we actually also got him 2 because we wanted to be prepared. Another great toy, and this one I actually recommend if you're trying to entertain your dogs on their own, is this Wobble Wag Giggle ball. So kind of like, I don't know what it does. There's another one that actually talks, but that's kind of creepy because if you leave it in the backyard and the sprinklers goes off, it starts talking on its own. So that one's but this one, yeah, I'm gonna link everything below for you guys. So yeah, these are his favorite toys, and this one actually, my brother and sister-in-law got it for him for Christmas. It's super funny too. So, number 4. This is really practical. I think this is one of my must-haves for him, and it actually makes our lives easier because moving this guy to the groomer every time, it's like a whole trip. So we actually have a clipper, an electric clipper for him. And this is great because he actually has had really bad skin allergies, skin infections, and everything like that. So this is easier to have at home just so we can give him like a quick cleanup, trim wherever we see he has like maybe like an allergy or a flare up. And I also use it when kind of like space out his grooming appointments. I use it to clean out his paws, I'm gonna trim his ears a little bit. So it definitely helps out having this at home, and I'm gonna just practice. But I don't go any deeper than I have to, and this quarantine has been, having this at home was a real help so that we can clean up his paws, clean up his ears, like I said, give him a little, just clean up in general. You don't shave a Newfie, you don't really give him like a major haircut, but you do give him cleanup, so. This one. Okay. Number 5, treats. Bhaaloo is big on treats. So we have, this is his basket actually of treats, and we are going to show you some. So these are his vitamins or supplements. So basically joint supplements in a giant breed. It's really important because they can tend to have arthritis and just joint issues just related to size and weight. And they're like meaty treats, so they're really good. His favorites, we actually ran out, but they're this brand. They're a Nylabone, and I'll post a photo here. They're the bacon pigs, I don't know, but they're shaped as pigs and they're super cute and everything. They're not rawhide, so they're safer in a way. He's not big on really going through rawhide like crazy. We have these also. These is like a rawhide roll, but it takes him months to actually finish it. So we don't worry a lot about that. Instead, we got him these, which is a Jerky Braid. It's super thin rawhide. He loves them. With a jerky like braided inside. And then if you have a bit of a chubby dog and you want to keep him on the low fat treats, these are really good, the wall bars. So they're smaller, but they're, you know, banana, yogurt, and kind of like healthier. He's not the biggest fan, but whenever he's had a lot of the meaty ones, we just give him one of these. But he knows where the good ones are, so he probably wants one of these that I'll give him in a little bit. Okay. You can have one of these if you want. While we're here, number 6, we get a lot of questions on what we feed him and how much. So I'm going to show you the brand that we highly recommend. This is where we keep his food. We actually feed him instinct chicken recipe with rice and everything. Sorry. There's actually a lot of conversation about whether dogs should be on a grain-free diet. This is something that, this is not personal or anything like that, but this is something you need to talk with your vet and see if your dog actually needs a grain-free diet. There have been some recent studies that suggest that going on a full grain-free diet for dogs can cause heart problems. So unless they really need a grain-free diet, don't give it to them. So this one's really good. This is actually the food his breeder recommended and the one they send him home with. So we've been giving him this one. It's all stages food, and he doesn't just eat this. He's a bit of a diva. We mix dry food with the farmer's dog. So we tested out the farmer's dog when he was going through a very picky stage. He really didn't want to eat it all. He was on the lighter side because he would only eat half his portions. So we tested this out and he absolutely loved it. But for a dog his size, it can get expensive, you know, to feed solely on this. So we mix it with his dry food. It's really convenient, you know, they make it specifically for him. You fill out his form with his weight, you know, what you want to do, if you want to gain weight, lose weight, maintain weight, and they just send you these every 2 weeks or so. So it's practical, we mix it, and it makes it a lot more affordable. Next is his feeding situation. So he actually has, these are called elevated feeders. We just call it like basically a table. So because of his size, it can be very uncomfortable for them to like actually try to bend down. It gets to a point where, well, we've had this for most of our dogs, but they do struggle. Like it makes it harder for them to eat from the floor. So this is pretty comfortable for him. We used to have water and food, but we switched it out. I'm going to tell you about this right now. And also it actually, from what we've been told from breeders and just people who know, it actually promotes good digestion. So here it is. So this one is pretty sturdy, and then we have this mat underneath because he is a very messy eater and messy drinker. Coming to our next bhaaloo favorite. This guy, we actually tried it out. Okay, we actually tried this out back home when we took him for Christmas, and we loved it. So bhaaloo and Newfie'S in general drink tons of water. They just love drinking water, and so he would go through this plate pretty quickly. And it was such a pain having to like serve him every single time because again, he drinks a lot of water. So this guy, how much is it? How many liters? How many?
5 gallons.
5 gallons? So more or less 5 gallons, and this will last him like, no?
What's that?
Okay, well, I'll look it up, and this is the right number right here. But this will last them like a week of water. So definitely highly recommended if you have dogs that drink a lot of water. We also feed him here because again, he's a very messy drinker and he leaves puddles everywhere. So at least this area, nobody walks around. It's not in anybody's path, so we have to constantly clean up. Anyway, that is that.
Vente, andale. Vente.
No. Number 9 is a hairdryer. He's pretty used to it and he doesn't mind me using on him, but he will still move away from it. So this guy, it's not that heavy and it doesn't look that big or anything, but it is amazing. This is a pet hair dryer, and we've used it because again, this happened when he started getting his skin allergies, and we were recommended to bathe him at least once a week for a while. We had sometimes that we tried, the vets recommended we bathe them or at least spot bathe them every day. So I went ahead and got this on Amazon. I'll also link it below, and it is a lifesaver. And that's why he's over there. He does not want to get his hair fluffed out. Last but not least, this is a must have with any Newfie and probably other dogs, but with any Newfie, you probably have to have quite a few towels laying around the house because they are messy dogs. They love rolling around in water and mud, but most importantly, they are pretty big slobber monsters. So they always are drooling whenever they drink water. It's like it's hanging on their face. So always a towel, a drool rag, whatever. But we have, I don't know, probably he has around the house like 5 towels. We leave some outside in the backyard, kind of like whenever it's raining. We have one in the car. We have this one just to be around here when he drinks water. So definitely a lot of towels with him. Yeah. Okay, a couple fails that you'll probably notice that he doesn't have. He does not have a bed. bhaaloo did not like beds since he was a puppy, since we brought him home. We had a couple, bought him a couple and everything, and he just will not sleep on them. He actually loves the cold tile, or he'll sleep just on the floor. And it's not because we don't want him on the bed, he just doesn't use them. So that was a fail for us. Another fail was we actually got him a ramp to get him on the car. He hates it, runs away from it, terrified of it. We cannot get it. So now we are actually loading him because he's gotten really heavy for me. We're loading him in the back seat, which we have the, what do you call it? The little side step, yeah?
Running board
in our car. So that he can get on by himself and I can help him, but I don't have to carry him anymore. So those were 2 of our Newfie fails. Okay, well those were his top 10 favorite and must-haves. I hope you liked this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you get some ideas for your own dogs or kind of get to know this guy a little bit better. And you can always follow us on social media. Yes, he's always there. Yeah, my account is basically his account. Oh, and this is the spot for him. Okay, well, thanks so much for watching, and hope to see you guys again here soon. Bye. See? Vámonos. Vámonos.
Oh.
Yeah.